So Trippie Redd has not only sold 38K first week on a project, a part of his most popular series of albums, which is less than even Lucky's most recent album, who is a far smaller and lesser known artist by miles, but now he's also in a bit of a mess after loser Opium Meat Riders went through Cardi's Twitter to find that he liked a tweet that was making fun of Trippie for his album flopping. So it seems like right now nobody is really talking about whether or not A Love Letter to You 5 was a good project, but rather it's more about, has Trippie Redd fallen off? But to answer the question real quick, was the album good? It was okay. Anyways, let's dive into the discussion surrounding Trippie Redd. Let's start with the album sales. And to be honest, I have no idea why niggas care about sales and predictions so much. It's basically a dick measuring contest, but it's not even the rappers themselves doing it, it's the fans. So you're basically competing in a dick riding contest for a nigga who doesn't know you, is not paying you, and will never acknowledge you outside of like an IG story that says thank you to all my supporters. And honestly, this is why Trippie feels like he doesn't need to actually play the game and actually market his album and learn how to generate discussion in the current internet music landscape, because he has niggas who come to his defense no matter what and make Trippie seem like he's this victim of the industry. And hot take, I have yet to see a nigga actually making fun of Trippie Redd or hating on Trippie for his album sales. Like, who are y'all even defending Trippie from? It really seems like his fans are fighting against this like invisible imaginary force. It's actually worse than if people were just hating on him and calling him trash, because now the narrative is like, oh, Trippie Redd is this poor little mistreated person in the industry. He got done so dirty, guys. Come on, we need to defend Trippie, which is not a good look for him image-wise. In terms of like victims of the music industry, people who got, you know, blackballed or whatever else happened, people on Twitter might defend them and feel sad for them, but that doesn't translate to sales or an actual increase in fans. You're getting attention via pity. And if all you ever get is like pity parties and sympathy instead of people generally discussing your aesthetic or music because they like it, then that's not good. That's actually very bad. And back to the album's performance, I just want to say this nigga's marketing and ability to generate interest is terrible. Deadass, this nigga could cure world hunger tomorrow and unnuke Ukraine, and his team still wouldn't be able to get niggas to check out his new shit. The initial projection was 32K, but he managed to outdo that with 38K, which tells me, and y'all can call me wrong in the comments because I'm not too sure how album sales work, but what it tells me is that one, his team marketed this album like absolute dog shit, and two, a good chunk of people were just finding out that the album had even dropped before the week was over. I think because A Love Letter to You is like his flagship series, he just simply thought he didn't have to do that much outreach to market the album. And if we compare him to like Travis, Cardi, and Uzi, people have been talking about their upcoming albums for years, wondering when they're gonna drop, seeing what kind of leaks are gonna be on the album, just generally actually talking about the album. But with Trippie, it's almost like nobody was really talking about it in that sort of sense. The whole conversation leading up to this album was literally just, oh my god, is Trippie gonna make it back? Is this gonna make or break his career? And that really just sets expectations so high, because it means any negative or like mediocre part of the album, it's just immediately gonna be Trippie Redd's falling off. He's mid now, it's over. I hate that narratives on Twitter have so much power over an artist's career, but at the end of the day, you can either keep complaining about it or you can learn how to play the game. Trippie is also not helping himself by posting shit like this. Someone on Discord said Trippie has like 22 platinum songs, which puts him above Cardi, Uzi, Durk, and Polo G, and Trippie decided to post that on his Instagram and go into this huge pity party for himself, and honestly it's just not a very good look. Why is it that whenever an artist does bad, they feel they need to personally fight the community? You're not gonna win no matter what you say, they're just gonna call you corny. The only possible way you can respond is by making a few hits and building yourself back up, not by ranting on Instagram. On paper, Trippie Redd has the numbers and follower counts to do well, but what Trippie Redd and his fans don't understand is that this doesn't mean anything if you can't keep people interested in you as an artist and as a person. Anyways, I'm Save the World. If you agree, or even if you don't but you fuck with the content, then subscribe and check out my next video. It'll probably be cool.